Hello, and welcome back to the podcast where you are invited for lighthearted conversations about things that matter as you seek to live your most meaningful, beautiful, and joyful life. I'm your host, Dr. Edie Wadsworth, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at the House of Joy. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to House of Joy.
Welcome
we are
back.
So happy you're here. We're having would you call this almost like a pajama party edition?
I was literally thinking pajama party.
Yeah, it's a pajama party.
It is past both of our bedtimes.
We just got in off the lake. We both wake surfed today.
We did.
Delightful.
And, you know,
We're in our sweatshirts.
when you have a good amount of fun, you also have to, put in the work.
Do a little work.
That means that we're here at 8 p.m. and honestly, it's kind of fun. I feel a little bit more unhinged, a little
unhinged too. And this episode is a little unhinged.
Yes.
Okay, so today, y'all, we're talking about sharing some of our most unexpected decisions.
Yes.
Some of them unhinged.
Maybe.
In fact.
No, they are actually.
A few serious, one or two hilarious. One involves marijuana. So.
Just get right into it.
Just get right into it. But we're excited.
We kind of wanted to talk about this because I feel like, in my personality, decisions feel so big every time, and I'm an overthinker, and there have been so many times and points in my life where, I felt like there was so much weight in certain decisions that I've made.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older and just, look back at my past, and I've made a lot of wrong decisions, but those are the ones that are the most defining for my life and made the most difference in my life. And so I guess this could just be an encouraging, not every decision, even if it doesn't work out and it was technically quote unquote wrong.
Yeah.
God's
going to twist it.
Nothing is ever actually wrong.
That's right. He's going to twist it for good.
Yes. So anyway, we thought this would be kind of
fun.
In
with your first
Actually,
one.
this goes really well with the episode that we released, I guess, last week or at some point.
It does, actually.
Which still terrifies me. But I would say one of the biggest decisions that changed my life, for good or for bad, was no, actually for good. I was going to say Starting weed might have been
the bad decision.
But when I decided to stop smoking weed, I will never smoke weed ever again in my whole life. I remember when I decided that I would never do it again. Mm-hmm. And from that point,
tell me more about that though. What was it? What was the low where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore?
Yeah, I was in a really it was right about the time that it was just a few months before we did that interview.
Yep.
And I had gotten to a really, really low place, just a compounding of months of doing the same thing, drinking every weekend, smoking every single day, from waking up to going to bed, literally most days. And at the time, you probably, if you didn't know me, you probably didn't know. Couldn't tell. Because I was really good at just, going on. But I do think at the end it got to a point where people were concerned a little bit for me.
Okay.
And I remember going on our family trip that winter, and we went to ski, and I remember, I think that was the year we went to Colorado. And I just felt the weight of who I was becoming. You can kind of hide who you are around people who don't really know you, but you cannot hide who you are around your family. And I remember feeling so distant.
Oh, wow.
I felt different. Because I had been smoking, this is crazy, but I had been smoking weed for years from high school. But never to the extent that I did.
Had gotten to.
And also I was smoking and drinking and taking Adderall. And
so, yeah. I mean, you've told me all this, but what I'm curious about is because I don't like that substance. A lot of people think it's benign. I don't think it's benign. And I say that from having a lot of patients and having some family members. So my experience with it is not personal, but I'm curious for you why you decided that was what had to go. You just knew it was affecting you?
I think you had, well, I guess I knew that something had to go.
It had to go.
And that was the thing that was most prevalent.
Like it was every day.
Every day.
Okay.
And I think I knew deep down, like I think my spirit knew that was keeping a blinder to something that I didn't know.
This is one of the things that your dad and I have talked about a lot, because I remember I never knew that he did that. And then when he was like, this is when we were first married, and he decided to give it up. And of course I didn't even know he did it. So I was like shocked on all fronts. And he had a massive spiritual awakening when he stopped doing it.
I think it is a way to like stay where you are and like be unaware of your problems, because it literally does like shut off certain parts of your brain.
Yeah.
And some people would argue that that's for the best. You know, some people would argue that it doesn't do that at all. And I think you could argue to me, and I have friends who don't have the experience that I had with it, and who they can smoke once and then like it doesn't affect them like that. But to me, most people I have watched in my personal life, and I have a few people who have told me this is the case, that you start once and then you go to like once a week, and then you go to like every night before bed, and then you're like, well, if I'm doing it every night before bed, then I could do it before I eat my meal, because it's like to makes everything so much better. Well, then I can, then there, it like, it's like really, it really is. And I think it is also like what people say, like it leads you to want more.
Yeah.
It leads you to want to feel more because you're so detached. And yeah, I think it's not benign. I think most people know deep down that would try to argue that it's not great for them.
Yeah.
I guess you could argue pain management, but like, is it really doing that, or is it? And I think everyone's experience is different, so I can't say that it's not doing that for certain people, but I think it made my anxiety. I think I still I think for people who are doing it regularly, I think there's some good studies about that it makes anxiety overall a lot worse. Way worse. Yeah. Way worse. Mm-hmm. My memory from like those years it's honestly not good at all. Like I feel very blurry about how I felt in high school, or I say high school. I didn't start doing that until senior year of high school. But those, and
also just you were so disconnected
from myself, so disconnected from really anything that was going on, like the way people treated me, or the way that I, just everything. And I thought I hid it so well, and I really did for a long time, but yeah, it was not good. And I really am very passionate that it is not as benign as people think. Yeah.
Also, you had such a drastic turnaround in your life so fast.
Well, I
after
think
stopping
it, it literally did feel like a curtain had been lifted.
Yeah.
And I could understand things so much deeper.
Yeah.
The way I thought about myself, the gratefulness and reflection on your life, and being able to think back on things. Just even my family, I remember just being so just detached, did not care that much.
Yep.
I knew I had
that apathy, I think, is probably the most sinister side effect, I would say. But man, it's like you so came alive.
Yeah. It's
after
like,
that.
honestly, watching that interview I like immediately was crying because it was not easy. Like, I lost certain people in my life.
Friends, yeah.
Certain friends. I literally had to,
Just
like,
relationship changes all around.
all around.
Yeah.
I had to come to terms with, like, the way that I had been spending the last months and years of my life. Like, there's a lot of things still that I think about where, like, Ellie will be like, oh yeah, when you didn't ever come home in that year of high school. Like, I was so detached from reality and what I was doing that I still am facing things that that are a
like a result
product.
of that.
Yes, a result.
I'm so proud of you for, like, think of how the trajectory of your life, like, talk about a really powerful decision.
Yeah.
And you just, like, decided to quit and quit. That's
yeah,
so
and
cool.
I think after I quit, the way I realized how much it affected me, like, I literally will never do it again.
Yep.
Will never.
Amazing.
The thought, honestly, I quit and I literally never wanted to again. Once I became aware and knew what I knew, and I'm not saying that it's that dramatic for everyone, because it's actually not. I've seen people in my life where they did it, they decided not to. It never had that much of, like, a drastic pull in their life, but I do think it was spiritual. I think that it was like, it could have been so much worse.
So much worse, yeah.
And I think that we have in our family, like, addictive
kind of a tendency on both sides, unfortunately.
On both sides. And I think it scared me. I think there was a moment where I was like, oh, I was not in control at all.
Wow.
And it did scare me. And I think I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it got to that point after only that.
Yeah.
Like, I talked about it in that interview, but, like, a lot of people struggle with that kind of addiction way worse, it goes way longer.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that is all that it took, because life is so beautiful, and I'm so glad that I don't need things like that anymore. But yeah, that decision fully changed the trajectory of my life. I mean, I fully believe that if I would have kept doing that, I don't know what would have happened. Yeah.
So interesting. Well, I'm so proud of you for that.
Thanks.
That was a big one.
That is a heavy one.
That's a heavy one. We're gonna go.
Sorry.
We're gonna go light now, but
Okay.
my light decision is gonna lead into, like, we were just talking about this before we started recording. So we'll start with the light one. So when this was probably 2009 or 2010, and I just decided, I started painting things in my house. I remember when I painted the dining room, that salmon color, and everybody was like,
guys, at this point, like, it was so crazy.
It was so
for you
crazy.
To be doing this.
It felt so crazy compared to, like, everybody
and just
else.
in our neighborhood in general, like, just very, like, go with the grid.
Right.
Type of neighborhood, type of family. It's like two doctors, and then she starts painting.
I start going kind of crazy. So I think I started with this dining room. I painted it like a salmon color, and then I just decided, this was right after I quit working. This was like a year or two. So this was, so maybe the quitting working was
That's
the
decision that changed
set
everything.
things into a trajectory.
Yeah.
But then I painted my kitchen cabinets turquoise.
Yeah.
How did Dad, like, sometimes look back at that and go,
I was going to
he
ask
just
you, like,
love me, because I was like, okay, I'm painting the kitchen cabinets turquoise.
he's like,
Then I painted the island like this dark green.
you painted the actual, like the cabinet.
The cabinets
island.
of the island.
I remember
a different color.
I remember
I painted
that.
the cabinets turquoise. And it caused such an internet stir.
Well, I was going to say, like, that's another thing people
was
still
vlogging
come
then.
up to you and say.
Oh, people will say,
I've
I've been
been with
following
you
you since your turquoise kitchen.
I think it was
It
like
was
a
like
cultural
it
moment, a
was
cultural
cultural
shift.
moment
People
in
were
my
like,
life.
wait, I can
Oh, I can paint my
I
kitchen
can just like
cabinets
paint
turquoise?
my kitchen cabinets. I can just paint things the color I like. Wait,
hold on.
and then you know what happened after that is we started using chalkboard paint, and it's
I did all the chalk walls.
chalk
Those
walls
chalk
everywhere.
walls were amazing.
Chalk walls everywhere in the house, everywhere that you could
We just
find.
wrote on the walls.
We were savages, writing all over the walls, coloring, painting. What was Dad thinking? Like,
Okay, so think of this. I quit work. I start homeschooling.
He's like, she's having
I
a
turn our
mental
garage
breakdown.
into a homeschool room. I start painting everything crazy colors and paint chalk walls everywhere. So we just start writing on all the walls in all the rooms.
He's like, you know, she's
maybe she should
having
go back to work.
a mental break.
But if I look back at that, I think you could be right. It was your thought that it was maybe the turquoise cabinets that set things in motion.
But
Those turquoise cabinets led to a crazy internet. Like, people kept linking. I think that's how my blog really took off. People kept linking, like, this crazy lady.
like, what is she doing?
What is she doing? She painted her cabinets turquoise. And
it was in the era of, like, not just, like, modern house. No, it was, like, brown, sad, like.
Everything was brown and
What is
sad.
that 2000s, like, rusty, like. I'm thinking of like brown, rusted, like just big
everything
things everywhere. There was just like gold and like
golden brown things.
Everything was brown.
Yeah, and so it led to like my blog really taking off, which led to a book deal. I mean, it led to so many things.
Which I think the blog in general, like it could be
the blog in general.
But those turquoise cabinets, like I can see them in my
did it.
head, and I can see the picture, and people were just.
And let me tell you even a funnier story. We sold that house literally. So my second, and maybe it just led to, maybe this is all just a series of decisions, but we ended up not very long after that. Dad found this house where we live right now, except it burned down. So this is the rebuild of the house.
Yes.
He found this house. He bought it without me looking at it. He basically put a contract on it and then said, let me go show it to you.
I did not know that.
He put a contract on it the minute he saw it.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And we put our house up on the market and it sold literally in 2 weeks. And I was like, I said to the realtor, it was the turquoise cabinets, wasn't it? That sold the house.
They wanted the famous house.
Well, here's what's even funnier. They bought the house. I was convinced it was the turquoise cabinets. And he told me this like 2 weeks later. He goes, actually, it must not have been the cabinets because she had oak cabinets reinstalled into the house. She took out your cabinets and put in oak,
like the
brown
ones
oak cabinets.
The
basically like the ones that I
Wow.
painted over.
She also, another thing you had painted was the front door. That was also never something people did.
Oh, yeah. It was always a color.
Yeah. Thinking back to this house, like in that neighborhood, people did probably think you were a little bit wacko.
I, in fact, was.
But now it's like completely normal to have your door a different color. People paint
things.
I mean,
all the
look
time.
at the stripes on the wall. Like, you also, I'm sorry, now I'm thinking of all the things, the crazy things that you did at the time. You painted pink and purple stripes in our room.
In your room was so cute. It kind of looked like this, except it was
did.
this
Pink and
mauve
purple.
color and purple, like a lavender.
Yeah.
I was on a tear.
Yeah, if you think this house is colorful, you should have seen its beginnings because it had humble beginnings.
It sure
Came
did.
from a good place. Okay.
Okay, what's your next decision,
Next
Emily?
decision. Also, I'm
was
sorry
a
if
fun-
you guys
that was a
can
fun rant.
hear the
I bet they can't.
I bet you can't. Anyway. My next, should I go like no? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. My next one is when I decided to quit my job and work for you.
I know. Doesn't it seem like now? It seems like, well,
How
of
have
course.
I never done?
How didn't you do that before? This is the most natural thing. This is perfect. At the time,
It
felt
huge.
crazy.
It felt huge. It felt crazy. I felt like really not sure about it. It was like one of those decisions where you're like, did I just quit my
I
job?
just ruined my life to go work with my mom.
I said I would like do this podcast and now we have to do it. But I mean, in so many ways, it's changed my life. But obviously, just like doing this with you now, it's so exceeded my expectations of what it could ever be. Not even just in terms of like numbers and stuff. I'm just talking about like
your experience of your
the
life.
experience of everything, because we sit down and talk with each other like this, and like it has truly changed my life for the better. And just like what I'm willing to go for and what I'm willing to bet on myself to do, because I took a chance that I would be able to do this. Do people come and mow at 8:30? Like, I've never heard of this. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, I just feel like my confidence in myself, our relationship, what I'm willing to like do in my life, what I'm willing to like, and I still struggle with it, but I just know that you can make a decision.
I look at your life now, and it's so amazing. Like, you've created such a beautiful life for yourself. You have the most incredible habits. You have such a lovely life. Your apartment, your roommates, your friends, your whole life is so
And before it was good.
Yeah,
but my experience of it and the way that I made it was not the same.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, being surrounded by your tools and like just the way that the people in your group are and the positivity, like, that is...
And they do adore you.
They do love me, but I love them so much more. It's just, I can't imagine what I would be doing if I didn't make that decision. But I know that I wouldn't feel as proud of myself. Like, I just feel like I'm stepping into this new version of me that I never would have been able to know if I wouldn't have done this. And, you know, people have said that to me too from the podcast, like even from a year ago. Like,
oh, I can see how you've grown.
Yes. And being able to have like a log of that too, and like go back and watch our podcast from a year ago, and it's just so cool. It's just so cool. And we'll always have this podcast. We'll always have like this recording.
All the things that we've recorded.
Yes. Yeah. And what we thought really at the time, it's just so rare. I'm so thankful. And I'm just glad I said yes, because if you would have given me a picture of like us podcasting together, I'd be like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Not doing that.
I'm absolutely not doing that. But I'm glad I didn't have that. Which I probably would have said yes still, but...
Remember that first... It was on my birthday. Remember those first...
I can't believe
episodes?
we did that.
I can't believe we did it either.
I cannot believe that I did that.
We just sat down together. Poor Brooks and his wife
watched us
recording for
the first one
for us, and we had no idea what we were doing, but it was so fun.
It's been so fun.
But seems like we've been doing it forever too.
Yeah, podcast aside too. Like, I feel like that decision has also just changed how I am with everyone. I don't know. It has changed everything, and it's also made me appreciate in like other people's jobs, because I know what it's like to be in a job that you don't love. Yes. And that decision, man.
That's a good one. Best one. Okay, I'm going to go with my second one that I feel like really changed the trajectory of my life, was deciding to become a life coach. I mean, y'all, nobody back then, this was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what that was, really. No, that had no street cred. I still don't think it has any street cred.
I think it is slowly becoming a more generalized term, but I don't know if that gives it street cred.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think people are like, don't know what a life coach at all. Okay.
Right. Or they have that, like, okay, girl.
Okay, girl, y'all have fun with your life coach. That is totally, sometimes I can see it in people's faces when either I am talking about life coaching. It's so in our world.
Yeah, we just talk about it. Like,
we just talk about it, and people be like,
I got coached, or, I was working.
What do you mean you got coached? It's funny.
It is funny. And also, I'm so grateful. You know, when I first got exposed to all the world of it, I knew immediately. I didn't immediately act on it, but I knew immediately, oh, this is exactly what I was created to do. In fact, this is what I do in my circle of people already. This is what I did when I was practicing medicine. I was basically a life coach able to prescribe medicine because mostly what I did was help people sort themselves out. Right. And make changes that they wanted to make.
You were like way more
I was way
concerned
more
about
into
their heart.
that, like the real stuff of their life.
Yeah.
You know? And I can't even tell you how deeply fulfilling it was to find it as like a profession, to find it as something that I could actually do, that I already knew so much about, that I was already really good at, that I had a lot to learn, but I already knew like, oh, this is kind of what I always did as a medical doctor. And I can't tell you that after doing it for 7 years, training other coaches to do it, it is seriously so my favorite thing.
It's so cool fulfilling. Too when we go to like, sorry, I totally cut you off, no, but when we go to your events or being able to see like the real impact of like the ripple effect, it goes so far now. It reaches literally so far of that decision, that one decision that you made to do that literally has changed so many people's lives. And then from their lives being changed has changed so many people's lives. And then people become life coaches and then they coach all these people. Like that's I know it's like a domino, which is like the effect that we all have on each other's lives, right? But I just think I'm so thankful that I didn't prejudge it, or that I didn't let the fact that, oh, I've been a physician in my life, which is something people respect. Way more qualified or whatever.
Yes. You can say, like, I have this degree. It feels legit. Mm-hmm. I'm just so thankful that I didn't judge it and say, well, I could never do that because that's not legit, or there's no, okay, I got certified, but that means something different to everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that I didn't let that stop me. And to this day, and ever since I was in my first coaching group 7 or 8 years ago, I've never not been in groups like that. The people that I know that, you know, are pursuing growth in that way are just my favorite people. They're so fun to be around.
I think that's the cool thing too, is like not necessarily just you. It's like the people that have been drawn in are such incredible people. That maybe it just took them to another level as well. Yes. And like, yeah, you wouldn't know all these people that you know now. I know.
I was talking
Can you imagine life without like Carrie
coaching? I know. I was coaching in my business group today, and I was coaching one of my clients on marketing, and she goes, yeah, I just don't love marketing. And I said, you know what I think of when I think of marketing? Because I love this client so much. Shout out, Megan. I love you to death. I said, Megan, marketing is how I found you. That's how I know you. So when I'm marketing, I think to myself, this is how I find my Megans. Yeah. This is how I find my Carries. I connect. I share things in my own life, and I connect to these amazing women
that we know so deeply.
That we know in real life. They're part of our lives. We consider them friends. They're still clients, many of them. Yeah. And so it has had this ripple effect in my own life, which has been, I can't thank God enough for it. I'm so grateful.
It's amazing. These decisions, and I was thinking like, everyone has that stirring in their heart for, like, I think back to the weed or the working for you. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew deep down with those decisions what I needed to do. Yeah. And, like, what would serve me. And I think that, I'm sure deep down, like, it sounds like you knew that was something that you needed to do.
Oh, I just, as soon, I hadn't been in the program that I joined a program as a client. Mm-hmm. I hadn't been in that program literally a week, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah, and so it's like, it's just should be so encouraging because
Because I was 40, whatever I
Literally.
was, 47, 48 at the time.
At the time where you probably felt like, I'm just going to be doing these hobbies for the rest of my life or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I just think
whole new
it's so
career.
cool.
So
Like,
fun.
you can reinvent yourself so many times.
You sure can.
And, like, don't be scared to make the next, like,
The
move
next crazy decision.
in your life.
That's right.
Now, speaking of decisions, we also have some ones that we regret. Now, obviously, like, you could go on and on about how, like, no decision is a regret because, like, it led you to...
I don't know. I have a couple regrets.
I do, too. Let me tell you one. My dark hair.
Oh, Emily, can I tell you how happy I was the day you got your little brownie blondie hair back?
That's probably where the concern started for everyone.
It probably was. We're like, why is Emmy's hair jet black?
Why is her hair black? And I box dyed it. And that's when you know you're not okay. Is when you pull out a box dye of hair coloring.
And you go so far from your own.
I mean, you can just look at me and I don't even recognize myself. And it actually... I now like look back and it totally represented like that stage of life. So maybe it was for a reason. Like that whole dark hair phase totally represents like
it kind of did represent your dark
phase. And blonde is for me. I'm not saying that I couldn't ever go like a little darker, but if anyone, you know that I'm not okay if I'm a brunette. I would go as far to say that. I'm probably
Come
not
check
okay.
in on me.
Check in on me. Ask me if I'm good. If it's darker than like chocolate brown, I'm not okay.
Well, you also reminded me of a regretful hair decision.
Y'all didn't know Edie at this time, and you wish you did.
The time that I got a platinum pixie cut.
Now, can you take us back? Let's go back to what year was this?
I was 40. I was turning 40. Was I turning 40 or was I already
I would
40?
like to know what prompted this decision because I can't remember. All I remember is that you were just doing it.
I will tell you what started it. I wish I could remember this girl's name. I can't remember. But I met her on the internet. She had the cutest pixie cut
I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
I've ever seen. It was so cute. And when I first got my hair cut, I'm sorry everyone. When I first got my hair cut,
Oh my
and
gosh,
he finished with it, I looked exactly like the mom on Brady Bunch. Florence Henderson.
It was so fluorescent white.
No, I didn't. The color was not. It wasn't the color.
No,
was
the
not
color
the
was not
worst
the worst
thing.
part.
I
cannot believe we saw that shape of your head. I can't believe that your head was so exposed to the world. Now, listen, if you have a pixie cut, more power to you.
Some
Mom,
people can do it. I cannot do it.
and it was like the time of the pixie cut where it was like kind of like pointy at the chin.
I did have them reshape it.
It was horrid.
I literally wanted to cry as soon as it got cut because I was like, oh my gosh, I look like the mom on Brady Bunch.
You're like, I love it. I love it. And crying in the car.
And then it got shaped up a little bit, and I was like, okay, it's okay. Poor dad. He
Like,
had to live
he's
through
just
so
had
many
to-
phases.
Unfortunately, like, you have to remember that dad is here through it all. Like, he's seen it all and just had to be like, okay,
Okay.
platinum pixie it is. And you know what's worse about a platinum pixie that you don't really think about is the grow out of a platinum pixie.
Oh, it's so terrible. It's
because
so terrible.
you had to have had a bob at some point.
So you got to grow out to a bob.
What? I wasn't blacked out of this period because
Well, apparently we know why. No,
I can't remember it being in its grow out phase.
I don't know.
I guess I can. It was like Lutheran church. It was kind of
Yeah,
here.
it was kind of like here. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
That
okay,
was
everyone.
crazy.
Here's some good news. You can even recover from a platinum pixie.
Yes. And,
You sure can.
if you have questions about why mom is true to her hair, it's because she's tried.
I've tried to veer away from my
the
signature bun.
The signature bun has never
It's
failed
not going.
her.
It's not failed me. It's not failed me yet.
And it's not going. You did the other day come out of the bath. I don't know where we were, but you were like, I tried to wear my hair down, and I just...
I did. I tried real hard. I was going to wear it. Was it for a pod? I was going to come out.
Yeah. I was like,
pod.
wait, huh? Maybe one day. Maybe one day on the pod. Maybe for like an anniversary or something of the pod.
Anniversary.
Like, you have to wear your hair down.
I think I will.
Okay.
I'll take that challenge someday.
Oh, that was yours. Oh, this one grinds my gears. This will be my last one.
Okay. Because I'm like spent after the laughing about the pixie.
This is when I decided to get my nose surgery.
Oh.
And it didn't work.
That was a rough period.
Do you remember how many milkshakes I ate?
I do, in fact, because I made them.
This surgery is no joke. They have these big, huge casts up your nose. I was like, it's worth it because I'll be able to breathe after this.
Yep. I mean, I even remember, by the way, driving to chat. You had the surgery. Haddon and I are in the waiting room. I had to drive you 2.5 hours home after that surgery. And then we had a week
Truly, I don't remember that.
Recovery that was brutal.
No, it was brutal. It was so
and
painful.
The surgery
It
didn't
was
work.
so seriously horrible having those huge things. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat good. Like, horrible recovery.
Yeah.
Way worse than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had to get the cast pulled out of your nostrils, by the way. And it didn't motherfreaking work.
And it didn't work.
I could not recommend anything less. Like, I mean, maybe, I don't know what happened. I have not been back for a checkup because I'm not going back. I think I'm low-key scared I did something wrong, but we did everything you were supposed to do.
I mean, you were here for a week and we...
Not okay. Not okay.
Not okay.
I look back at that and I shudder. I'm like, why did I do that to myself? Like, literally put myself through torture for what?
For what?
I still can't breathe.
Thanks
I
a lot.
literally can't.
Thanks a lot, nose surgery.
Anyway, okay, guys.
That was fun.
It's seriously bedtime. We're getting delirious up in here.
We are sitting here in our jammies and with our blankets, but we're going to have to go to bed. So I hope
are.
you enjoyed that. We would love to know what unexpected /
fun
/ crazy, regretful,
life-changing decisions
you've made too. So come join us over at the House of Joy Instagram account. And we are so grateful for you. We're so thankful for all the messages that you send, Sweetie M, on the Instagram account. We're so thankful when you comment on YouTube, when you comment on Instagram. We love you so much.
It means so much.
Let us know if there's anything you want to hear.
Yes.
From.
Seriously, we're open.
We're always trying to come up with some really good content for you. So thank you so much. We love you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.